Hello and welcome to Climbing Daily and day 3 of the Arc'teryx Alpine Academy. Today we're going to take you guys on a classic glacier walk that's available here in Chamonix and of course on the clinics. We're going to show off the stunning scenery and give you some tips along the way. So let's get geared up. Welcome to the top of the Midi Arête, this famous entranceway onto the glacier. And I want to introduce you to Pete Mason. Now, whenever you sign up for one of these clinics, you get expert guides and sometimes athletes joining you. And Pete is one of the guides on the clinic. And he's going to hang with us today and teach us some glacier skills. So Pete, first of all, the normal Vallée Blanche Glacier Tour workshop, what does that involve?
Yeah, so usually what we're going to do, Matt, is we're going to come up to the top of the Aiguille de Midi. We'll walk down the arête and then we're gonna rope up for the glacier. For sure the arête is steep and exposed, but it's pretty doable. And then we're gonna walk and just do a nice tour on the glacier. Today with the weather, we're not gonna do the full traverse of the Vallée Blanche, or just do a glacier tour on the Plateau de Cosmique. So that's kind of the idea.
Okay, let's get going. So this is the classic frightener, the arête, a huge drop down to Chamonix on one side and then a fairly big drop down to the Vallée Blanche on the other. It's a reminder, if you don't know what you're doing out here or you're a little less experienced, always get a guide or go on one of these clinics so you can learn the skills necessary. Okay, we're all roped up, Pete's got us at the back. Last little walk down to the flat bit on the glacier. One of those don't look down moments. When you come up here, you're surrounded by legendary routes and mountains. And one of the cool things about the Academy is you start from a beginner's course, like a Vallée Blanche tour, and one day you might be able to climb some of those mountains. And Pete, that must feel pretty special to bring people into this world.
Yeah, I always feel like one of the best parts of this clinic is the passion that beginners have. And then I remember how it was for me, you know, so long ago. So we feed off the passion of the clients.
Now, I know we've got these ropes set up to come down the arête, but now we're about to go onto the glacier itself and we need to flip it around. So how much rope length do we generally need for walking around on the glacier like this?
Right now, we're set up quite closely. We're a group of 4 of us. Generally, between yourself and your partner, in a 1-to-1 scenario, you need somewhere between 15 and 20. And it's going to be roughly the same even with 1 to 4. So you might go a little bit longer to have some more space between you, but not huge. But generally when you have 4 people on the rope, you have that 20 meters of distance, and essentially it's like a moving belay as you're walking on the glacier. So we're going to lengthen out. You never want to be on the glacier with short rope.
Okay, we're all ready. We're going to head down and show you guys some of the features in this amazing landscape. We've come down to the flat part of the glacier here, and behind us, well, there's a very special piece of rock.
Yeah, this is the south face of the Aiguille de Midi, so super iconic rock climbing. Some of the best granite in the high altitude Chamonix Valley. Super, super classic routes, and when you top out, you're at the lift. So it's pretty convenient as well.
And I guess one of the good things about this clinic particularly, if, let's say you're a rock climber, lots of experience, but you don't necessarily know about glacier stuff, mountains, you do one of these courses and suddenly you have the ability to come and get to the base of that thing and climb it.
Yeah, right. You know, so the idea is that most of the clinics are trying to move people towards autonomy, you know, so you could learn what you need to know in the basics as far as, you know, cramponing, glacier travel, so you could get to the base of the Aiguille de Midi and then climb it, you know, so safely.
Awesome. Well, we've got Mont Blanc shadowing us over there, so we're going to continue towards that monster. One of the surprising things about coming up here is that there's an infrastructure in place. I mean, behind us there's a house. I mean, Pete, what's all that about?
Yeah, so this is the Cosmique hut. And basically what it allows us to do is have early morning access to the big routes. For example, the Aiguille de Midi is turning now, but you know, the first lift at 7. But to start, for example, 3 Mont Blanc's route or any of the technical gullies, you'd probably want like a 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock start. So that lets us sleep in altitude, get up early and get out there and be on the routes before sunup usually.
Those famous alpine starts.
Yeah, exactly, exactly.
Okay, Pete, where to next on our little tour?
Yeah, so we're just gonna do a little tour kind of towards the Pointe La Chenelle here, and then maybe under the Triangle de Tacule, and kind of circle back around. So yeah, a tour of the Cosmic Plateau.
There's a storm coming, which is why it's a little bit windy. Now, one of the cool things about the Academy is just how much is going on. We're surrounded by different clinics, learning advanced mountaineering, basic mountaineering, crevasse rescue, a whole load of stuff. And it's why it's cool to come here and learn with other people here in Chamonix. It's almost lunchtime, which means it's definitely time to go home. But look, Pete, in all seriousness, I was always told when I first started alpine climbing that knowing when to bail is one of the most important skills to learn.
Yep, I agree. You need to maintain a really healthy respect for the mountain. You know, especially conditions like these when things are closing in, the possibility of rescue just basically disappears. So if anything goes wrong, it becomes magnified. And yeah, you just want to be humble, you know when to turn around. Don't be too fixed on an objective. There's too many good days out there in your future to blow it off for one day.
The only thing which is depressing me is we've walked downhill all the way so far. Now we've got to walk back uphill towards the Midi. No helicopter?
No helicopter.
Zip line? No,
it's good for you, man. It's good for your lungs, good for your legs.
I'll believe you, I'll believe you. Okay, let's go home. Not tired. Definitely not tired. I'm a little tired.
Matt, what are you doing?
I'm just trying to add a little bit of drama into this. Fine, okay, I'll be sensible. Look, this is the end of our Glacier walk. It's been an awesome day. Thank you so much for taking us and giving us some tips. We're gonna get the cable car down. Remember guys, you can sign up to the Arc'teryx Alpine Academy and learn all these skills and more. Thank you very much to Arc'teryx, and we'll see you guys next year, same place in Chamonix for another amazing event.